Hey there, it's Kathy here again, and this time I'm going to be talking about frankincense. This is actually a 15 milliliter bottle. The starter kit comes with a 5 ml size. All of the oils in the starter kit are 5 ml. We just have the bigger bottle because we use this all the time, so I just buy the big bottle so I don't have to keep repurchasing. You should also know that frankincense, there is a frankincense vitality as well. This one's my lemon, but it would say frankincense on there. But it would be a 5 ml bottle with the white label, frankincense vitality. And as we discussed in the other segment about vitality oils, vitality are supplements and they can be taken internally. This one is for aromatic and topical use, meaning you can diffuse it, you can apply it to your body, that sort of thing. And then at the very end, I'm going to just do a quick mention about sacred frankincense. This doesn't come in the kit, you can buy it separately, but it's another version of frankincense, and then the story about it's kind of cool. So I'm going to talk a little bit about the history. The history of this particular oil is super fascinating to me. This is known as the holy anointing oil in the Middle East. It's been used in religious ceremonies for thousands of years and has been mentioned in several old texts, but for example, it was mentioned in the oldest known medical record, the Ebers Papyrus, which dates back to the 16th century BC. 16th century BC. That's a really long time ago. It's referenced in the Bible over 52 times, and in ancient times was valued more than gold. That was something that they gave as a gift and that they traded, and only the wealthy people had it. So I think that's pretty cool. I like to call it my liquid gold. So let's talk a little bit about how to use it aromatically and topically. So frankincense is awesome, kind of a mood boosting, just feel good oil. So this is a great one to diffuse on a stressful day. This is a great one to apply topically. Sorry about the lighting here, I'm losing my lighting. Great one to apply topically to the bottom of your feet at night. How else here? I'm missing some of my notes on this. This one's great for your skin, people, not just the ladies. This one does not require dilution. The recommended dilution for this is none. You can always dilute more, but I like to take this neat, meaning I don't use any carrier oil. I put it in my hand and I apply it to my skin daily. A lot of people will add this to their moisturizer, so just mix it up in your hand, add a little frankincense to that. Young Living actually sells some moisturizers that already have frankincense in it, by the way. And then as far as the topical, the frankincense vitality, it's a great immune system supporter, supports good healthy cells, brain health, all that stuff. So that one, the vitality version, you could take it internally. So you can put it in a capsule, you could put it in your ningxia, you could put it in your water. I know someone who just takes it sublingually, meaning she just opens up her mouth and puts a drop underneath her tongue, and she does that with the frankincense vitality. A little bit about what frankincense is. So it comes from, our frankincense is the Boswellia carteri. I'm not sure if I'm saying that correctly. It's a tree from the Middle East, and the oil itself is steam distilled from the gum or resin that comes from that tree. Young Living actually sells, you could buy frankincense resin, and you could buy a resin burner and then diffuse your essential oil that way if you wanted to go pretty old school with it. I know some people who do that for the holidays, and they really like doing it that way. Okay, now I am going to tell you, I'm just going through my list to make sure that I hit all of the main points. Oh, here's something that's super cool before I talk about sacred frankincense. All of our all essential oils, as long as they're pure and real, are made up of the natural chemical components, the natural constituencies in the oil. And those natural constituencies are what makes it do what it does. And so if you're into the science behind how and why some of these things work so well for us, it might be fun to research into some of those constituencies. So for frankincense, the top one, the list is long, but the main one is called alpha pinene or apinene. It can range from 30 to 65% of the makeup of frankincense essential oil. So if you just research alpha pinene and what it does for our health and our wellness overall, that can give you some insight into frankincense. The second constituent after that one is limonene, which is a lot lower. It varies from like 8 to 20%. Which, by the way, lemon also has the limonene, Limonene. So if you want to geek out and get the details, holy moly, losing my light here. then look that up. Take your favorite search engine. Okay, so sacred frankincense. This is not in the starter kit, but this one you can get separately if you're interested in it. It has a similar scent and fragrance to it. It has a lot of similar uses, but here is the cool part about this. And by the way, I'm taking this information from the Essential Oil Desk Reference. It's one of my reference books that I like to use. And I'll put a link to where you could get that if you were interested. I'll put a link to that in the comments. But so historically, Young Living Sacred Frankincense Oil it's from Oman, and it's the first Omani frankincense to be available to those outside the Saudi royals or the privileged of Oman. It's regarded the world over as the rarest, most sought-after aromatic in existence. After 15 years of research, 15 trips to Oman, and numerous meetings and negotiations with Omani officials, Gary Young, who is the founder, Gary and Mary Young are the founders of Young Living, Gary was granted the first export permit in the modern history for Oman for the release and export of the oil, and permission to build a Young Living distillery in the country and to export the resulting oil out of Oman. So it goes on to talk about his involvement in the process, and why that's special. But just that little tidbit of information right there should let you know, Gary takes this stuff seriously. He knows his stuff, and people out there respect him for his knowledge and his expertise and his work in this area. So if you are into frankincense, check out Sacred Frankincense and know that the only place that you can get this is from Young Living unless you're a Saudi royal. So there you go. I hope you learned a lot. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments, and I'll put some additional resources down there if you want to dig into the details of frankincense. But this is definitely, I would just say to summarize this, I talk sometimes about my deserted island oils. So if I couldn't have my whole stash, if I couldn't have my whole collection, and I only had to pick a handful of oils that I could have for the rest of my life, this would be one of them, because it's super versatile and it's an amazing oil, and I would not want to be without it. This one and lavender are my top two, and there's quite a few that are very close behind, but these two are the top two that I would not want to be without. So there you go. Go get you some frankincense. Talk to you soon.